My name's Judy Tarling and I'm the violin and viola teacher at the Cambridge Early Music Summer School. I've been teaching on the Cambridge Early Music Summer School since its beginning, which must be over 20 years.
So my name is Massimo, I am from Italy, and I am here for following mainly the singing. I am a choir singer.
My name's Naomi Meredith and I play the cello and the bass viol, and this is the first time I've been to a Cambridge Early Music course.
My name is Keith Brander and I sing tenor. Really have no idea how often I've been to the summer school here, but quite a few.
My name is Elizabeth and this is my first time at the Cambridge Early Music Summer School. I come from Sweden, from Stockholm.
My name is Giles and I've been on the summer early music schools I think for about the last 4 or 5 years, and last year I came to both of them, which was lovely. I'm a singer, bass one, baritone, although one sometimes of course goes up to the second tenor line as well, which is lovely.
I'm Anne Graff. I sing alto and play viols and a harp, and I think I've been coming to the Cambridge Summer School since they started in the 1990s.
My name is Anastasia. I come from South Africa. For a living I am a software engineer, and on this course I've come to practice my Baroque and Renaissance music. I am an amateur musician because I don't have a musical degree or anything like that, but I really enjoy Baroque and Renaissance and I do singing.
My name's Annabelle Moulton. I've been coming on the courses for about 5 years now as a soprano, but also recently I've started playing the treble viol, and so this year I'm playing the treble viol and some bass viol as well.
Well, my name's Rachel Kennedy and this is my first Cambridge Early Music Summer School, and I'm here because there aren't many people my age around where I live who play early music, so I wanted to meet some other people who play it so I could play with them. I play the bass viol and a variety of recorders, and I also sing.
I'm Susanna Bedford and I'm currently a student at a music college studying as a mezzo-soprano singer. I also play cello, piano and saxophone, but really I'm here to learn more about Renaissance music and explore it.
First of all, the pitch is lower. That makes a more smooth sound, I would say. It has another dynamic than you can say modern classical music.
I like the intimacy of it. It's I play in a lot of big orchestral things on the modern bassoon, but I love to play chamber music, and it really is, even in the orchestral works, it's a lot fewer players and you feel more engaged and more valued in a way because you're all playing together.
I've just always had a preference, I would say, for Baroque music. I mean, I play a lot of modern cello, play in symphony orchestras at home, but my heart is really with Baroque.
And I think why it's quite difficult. It seems very simple, but it's actually very complicated. Timing is almost mathematical in a way, and with that goes these marvellous changes of harmony, unexpected.
I just fell in love with the sounds of the music, the glorious richness of it, and the silvery sound of viols. I heard a viol consort playing, and I thought, I've got to have that sound in my life.
It's just very, very attractive music.
I think I've liked Baroque music since I was a kid.
I think it was about when I was 14 I went to a concert with a singer and a viol consort, and I really liked the sound of the viol consort. So I went to go and ask one of the viol players if I could have a go on her instrument, and she said yes and agreed to teach me. I like the fact that you can make a lot of the decisions yourself. For instance, there aren't many performance directions like dynamics or anything. It's kind of more up to you, so there's a lot more scope for basing it on the words or using your own interpretation to do that.
I'm interested in looking at Renaissance music as a way of exploring this art form, and particularly in the authentic setting of the colleges and with the period instruments. It really feels a good way of doing this. It's something that's quite new to me, but it's definitely going to help with other aspects of my singing.
Every year we try and have a theme so that we're focusing on style and content and compositions of a particular era or dynasty of composers. And this year it's been the Bach family, well, Bach's library. Because it's an ensemble-based course, in my class in the morning, I try and choose pieces that violinists might not learn from their teachers. So I try and look at those pieces rather than the solo repertoire. The main thing has been focused on the violin obbligati from the sacred works.
Well, it is a tour, if you like, at a particular time of the Italian city-state, which at that time, they were rich and they were politically important, and so a lot of the ducal power went into music, and a lot of it was a publicity thing and a political thing. It's excellent for me, personally. I think it's been a sort of stage in my learning in singing as well. And it's been particularly good because I've had more of a chance here to sing a line on my own, but with others in an ensemble. And that has been a great experience and a great learning experience.
The Cambridge Early Music courses, I think, offer something special because they're ensemble based, and we don't have master classes as such, but we learn about music through the ensemble situation, which might be large or small, choral piece, chamber piece, all sorts of different sizes of ensemble. And also I think it's important that people learn a lot of new repertoire that they may not have come across before, or they may not ever play again, which comes out of the expertise of the tutors and the knowledge of the repertoire, particularly Peter Holman, the director of the course, who brings half his library here, and we have an incredible selection of really marvellous music to play.
Singing wonderful music is the main one, but it's also meeting people from many different countries, and also the tutors who I've known for a long time, and being in a wonderful place, and enjoying the social life and making lovely music together.
I think there's a very good spirit here. People are very, very friendly, helpful, and the tutors are enormously knowing about their subject, and we learn a lot.
Up until about a year ago, I decided I wanted to specialize more in Baroque singing, because I found out over the years that a lot of the romantic repertoire, such as maybe Puccini, is not really suitable for me to sing. It desires a bigger, sort of heavier voice than I have, and the Baroque repertoire suits me very well. So that's why I started to look around for a summer course in Baroque music to join in and learn more repertoire and more about the technique and such things.
The chance to do such glorious music and with an inspirational director, that's the really special thing about this course for me. Philip Thorby is just a mine of information, knowledge, wonderful performer himself, and inspires you drives you to get it right and do your best.
The typical day on the Renaissance course of Cambridge Early Music usually consists of, well, firstly breakfast in the morning, then I as a singer go and sing, practice a piece with Philip in the chapel, then coffee break, then in one of the sectionals, one of the chamber music, chamber ensembles. During lunch break and free time, I have taken part in an a cappella group, like a one-to-a-part madrigal group. We're actually going to perform it at the informal concert if we can. And then in the evening there's usually a bigger group of players and singers would do a tutti session, where it's a big piece involving instruments and singers. And in the evening, and then there's some drinks in free time again.
So we start the day with sectionals, which is nice to play with instruments. Like I play with the viol consort, and then there's broken consorts where there's singing and viols and wind as well. And then also in the evenings we play tutti, which is the entire course, which is really nice to create contrast between big groups and small groups.
Okay, after breakfast we meet at 9:30. Normally with the choir we meet in the chapel with Philip. Then there is a session going on for about 1 hour and a half hour. Then we have a break, and then normally we go back to the chapel for some again choral music, but this time with some instruments. In the morning 9:30 is just with the choir. Then we have lunch. Then between lunch and more or less 4 o'clock is free time. Then at 4:30 is again organized and structured sort of chamber music session. And then after dinner it's a main session with orchestra and the choir all together in the Moog room.
Mainly it's to do with the fact that the tutors are very supportive, they're extremely knowledgeable, and I'm learning things all the time. And the other best thing about it is how kind and welcoming everybody is. All the other students are very friendly, and you join in informal groups more and more during the week as people get to know each other.
The best things again is the possibility of doing music at a such higher level for me that I'm not a professionist.
Even the woodwind group is small enough so you get lots of individual attention. I've been on other summer schools where it's larger and you get a bit lost in the whole, and the way the tutors pick the pieces to match not only the capabilities of the players but also the different combinations of players, that's really, really helpful.
I've really enjoyed this week. I've particularly enjoyed playing unusual music by composers I hadn't heard of before, and also having the opportunity to play in unusual combinations of instruments.
Well, the highlights of every week are meeting the people who come on the course and trying to weld all the voices together into a choir. Working with Philip Thorby is always enormously inspiring. He just has this brilliant capacity to bring out the best of what everyone has to offer.
It is the people here as well. They're very forgiving, which is lovely, and they're very friendly. So when we had last night our singing our particular little bits to others, it does help one's confidence, and it's just a lovely place to be, and it's a very special place.
I think the best was the knowledge of the tutors and the friendliness of all the people, and just the way we are exposed to pieces that we wouldn't have known about had we not gone on this course.
I think the thing I like most about it is probably the fact that you get people coming from all walks of life, from all over the globe, with different levels of experience, with different levels of expertise, but all united by their love of music. By the end of the week, we're a team performing music together.
It's been really good actually. I was expecting it to be good, but it's lived up to my expectations and been a lot better because as well as the music being really nice and playing with other people being really nice, the people themselves are really nice, which is what I really like.
The highlight of the course so far for me really has been the free time that we're able to get together with musicians and work on music we've brought with us. So I brought a big pile of music that I'd searched through libraries for, and I've actually been able to use quite a lot of that. During one of the lute song sessions, the lutist wanted to do a piece. I didn't have the music, no one did, so I looked up on my iPhone and we had a duet between lute and iPhone, and really it just shows that you can bring that together, and although we've got these huge libraries of music, that it's even more online. If I had to describe this course in one word, it would be collaborative. It's fantastic to have all the musicians together aspiring to produce something great.
It's been a very intense week with a lot of music, and that's what I've liked about it. I think I counted we've had about 5 to 6 hours of playing and singing every day, and to me that's a lot. I don't have a big experience of summer courses in music, but it's been a lot of practical doing and not so much just sitting and listening.
I would say the combination of tutors who have instrumental expertise and those who are more academic and have huge knowledge, musicologists who have great knowledge of less well-known music and who can talk about how pieces relate to each other and elements of the music relate to other music that was written before or around that time.
I certainly would recommend the Cambridge Early Music Summer Schools. I've been on both the Baroque and the Renaissance courses in my time. I find that you can do such a variety of music, large scale and small scale, with a wonderful mix of instruments and voices, and it's just extremely satisfying, and they drive you on to give a polished performance either just to the fellow course members or perhaps even at the end of course concert for the public.
The courses, a Baroque course and a Renaissance course run each summer, are aimed at a whole diverse range of people. Those who are already professional musicians but perhaps want to increase their knowledge of the styles of Baroque and Renaissance performance. Those students who may be aspiring professionals and come to learn as much from the other participants as from the tutors, and also gifted amateurs whose first love is music, even if that's perhaps not the only way they earn their living.
I would say it's not as niche as it seems. Like, I think it's a growing market in the modern world. Like, there's more professional early music groups coming to light, and it's kind of gone past its original kind of growth stage and more into the modern scene. So I think that they should take that into account. And also, it's kind of undiscovered repertoire for people my age, so they could be a bit different from other people.